Hi guys, my name is Meats. This is going to be a review for SHFiguarts Rockman Zero. Now this is also called as Megaman Zero depending where you're at, but I think this is the Asian versions, and this might be an exclusive with a brown box. But I believe they're gonna be readily available here in the US, and it's gonna be rebranded as Megaman Zero. You know, Megaman and Rockman, they go interchangeably depending where you're at. And yeah, I got mine from Tatsu Hobby. And I think this is just one of their first batch, and eventually when they get their US counterpart, it's gonna be again named Megaman Zero. Alright, and I really like this design, pretty cool. And just a heads up, I have not played Megaman. I played a little bit of it, but not to a full extent of completing any of the series. I'm just a big fan of the character, and he looks amazing. Pretty cool. Right, and I believe his storyline is a century after Megaman X in terms of the game, and yeah, pretty interesting. Alright, so let's take a look inside. Alright, so we start with the hair first, and to install this you just have the joint there. It's kind of weird how this thing is designed. You have a double joint there. You got a little bit of cover here, which you can actually pop out, or does pop out from time to time. I think it might be better. There we go. And you have a swivel joint right there, so you can move the hair either way. This is really sharp, but the details on this is really nice. Very nice. Right, so to install this, we install the back of the bottom of the helmet right there, and there we go. Now from the front, you won't see it as much because you got the hair and body covering it. It's not too bad, but from the side, it does look a little bit kind of off. But after a while, I kind of get used to it. It's not too bad, and with this, it gives you quite a bit of a variety with the hair pose. And I did remember having Zero from Megaman X. His hair is really hard to play around with. It's always down and pushing his head downward like this. So this is great. It gives you a little bit more flexibility. He can look up without much problem, and no problems with it. Alright, so anyways, moving on, you got the head swivel. You can look down. I think it's double jointed from the neck also, so that's good. You have the shoulder. There's no shoulder armor to hinder anything, so you got free range of movement there. Double jointed elbow. Got the wrist. You have the mid torso. Even the waist, I think. Probably not much on the waist because you have this middle part here. So you just rotate from the mid torso. Not too bad. Then you have the legs. Wide range. Really nice. And you get the joints there, which you can push up to move it back. You have the knee. I'm not too fond of the knee. You got that, it's really flat. Kind of wish there's a separate piece. But I mean, on this angle here, not too bad. But once you bend it all the way, that's where it kind of looks off. But not really much. You gotta make it simple sometimes. And you got the ankle here for wide stance. That's great. I think that's a ball joint right there. Movement here, and I think even I don't think you can rotate that, so it just will back and forth. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, you can even rotate from there. That's great. Alright, so while we're here, his weapons and accessories, which we'll go in a bit, but there's a part here. Basically, you can detach that, and that becomes his weapon. The Z Saber, and just just verify those weapons. Shield Boomerang and Triple Rod. Well, I think the Shield Boomerang goes from here. I'm gonna use a blue tack since I just got my nails. There we go. It's just the bottom of the hilt. And the same goes for this one. So if you want to make it more accurate, you remove that before putting on the weapons. But I'm just gonna leave it there. I forgot to point out there is a bit of a toe movement there. Yep. So that's great. Gotta have that every inch of articulation there. Alright, so moving on, we'll go over the face in a bit. We got different hands, so you get a pair of open hands right here. You might interchange that in a bit. So just put that aside there. You already have the closed fist, and you have for holding the sword or the Saber, and triple rod. Not sure why it's called triple rod. Maybe it's you can extend 3 times its length. Then you have a pair of drinker finger, and I'm really happy to include both hands. That's another pair right there, and I think that's about it. Alright, so first off, we'll go with the Saber. Is that really nice clear green? Same thing with a jewel on his forehead. It's really nice. Right, so for this one, get him to stand properly. I believe, right, sure we have to check the instructions. Interesting. So we're using this one. Okay, so it is flexible. So we just gotta squeeze it in there, and there we go. It's actually not too bad. I thought it's one of those stiff hands. We'll pop this out. It's a ball joint, and of course it's one of those half joint. I think all of them are half joint. Goes in real easily, not much of a problem. And let's interchange this hand with one of the open ones. Except, there we go. Alright, and he looks amazing. And I guess you gotta just shine the light on it. Yep, pretty cool. Alright, so next up, we got a few more things here. Let's try to, let's see what I call this again. The Buster Shot right here. And why don't we just use the left hand, and I think yeah, let's see how we're gonna do this. Again, it's really great that the fingers are flexible. Okay, not too bad. Goes in quite easily. Let's go ahead and pop this out. Put this on. This wrist thing does move around, so not a problem there. There we go. Got the blaster. The blaster doesn't have much details on it. This is it looks, yeah, quite simple. Might help with a little bit of panel lining on the white part. Yeah, just a little. Yeah. Alright, so let's move on and let's go with Trident. And not even sure if I want to put this on. Why not? And there we go. We got the triple rod, and it looks amazing. Yep. Again, with the wrist articulation, you're able to angle it in such a way that, yeah, it's when you wield it, it looks natural. So that's something I really like about this. Really great. And last but not least, we'll go with the Shield Boomerang. Alright, so next up is the Shield Boomerang, and this is actually quite nice. And I think it's by spinning the Saber hilt very fast that he's able to create this shield effect. And plus it's a boomerang. It does have a connector for the forearm, that you have to swap out. To do so, we just have to pop this out, and you actually have to remove the whole wrist joint. Yeah. There we go. Things are flying around, and here we go. So for this one, you can actually detach this, put this on first, and reattach the wrist. Maybe, yeah, I have a little trouble reattaching the wrist joint. That's one of those, you take your time. And what you got in there, there we go. Let's reattach the fist. And have him cross guard. Actually, maybe this is a good time to swap out the head also. Alright, to swap out the head, the first time I've done it, it's a little hard. It's a little stiff. But basically, actually, probably best to pop this head off. Whoops. Alright, then we're just gonna pry this open. Let me remove this too. And it's a little bit difficult. You may have to pry it out with a flat screwdriver and just wiggle your way out. And this top part, I thought that this is split into two right there, but it's not. The whole thing comes off. And it just shows an instruction. And same with this. So you just pop that out. Get another one here. Yeah, that's really firm. Right. And I put this back on. There we go. Alright, so getting back to this, let's put this back on the neck area. Alright, and the hair. There we go. And getting back to the shield. So it's actually nice that you can detach this. And I'm wondering if you can put this on action base. Maybe we'll try it later on. Or maybe just use, again, blue tack. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there we go. Use it to deflect energy shots, I believe. But it says that he cannot deflect melee shots. But I guess it's because it's just spinning his Saber hilt. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's translucent. There's a nice effect on it. Pretty amazing. I like this. You can have it on the side. But I think he mostly do the cross arm pose. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I just realized you're supposed to use the open hands. Yep. And that pretty much sums up the review for Rockman Zero or Megaman Zero. And I have to say, this is a great figure. There are a few flaws that I found on it. Well, not really flaws, just a little nitpicking. In terms of the hair, how it is jointed, but on the other hand, it does give you a wide variety of range, which is a lot better than the previous release SHFiguarts Zero. So I can't really complain there. It's a lot better in terms of posing it. There are certain joints, like how the shoulder is. I don't think I pointed that out, but it kind of sticks out how it's that rivet joint there. It's there. It doesn't have a shoulder armor, but you know, it's a little nitpicking. And other than that, overall, in terms of putting the accessories, his Z-Saber, the Buster Shot, and the Triple Rod, and even the Shield Boomerang, they're amazing effect parts and accessories. Pretty cool. Yeah, I have to say, I highly recommend getting Megaman Zero, and hopefully they continue on this line. From what I read, there is a copy of X. It'd be cool to see that as well. And yeah. So there you go. That is the review for Rockman Zero. Hope you guys like it. Again, I got my from Tatsu Hobby. I'll provide the link down below. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.